All right, hello and welcome back to Sea of Darkness. Let's see if there's anything else that we could check off this list. So check out Magnus's cabin.
Check.
Find and return the helm's missing decoration. We did that.
Check.
Explore the town.
That's done.
Find out the sounding death numbers.
Did that.
What is locked in the with the lock in the cupboard opens. We got.
Check.
We're gonna go explore the caves now. We're gonna do this, and we have
Still have to do that.
not figured out
Haven't
any
done
of
that.
these yet.
Can't check that off yet.
Okay, so let's just close this and let's head out to the ice caves and see what we can learn there. So, ice caves are a fairly dangerous locale, but
I bet I can break through this ice with a sharp enough tool.
yes, now that we have seen the pictures in Magnus's cabin, we recognize that this should be open. However, many other walls like this will actually cause the cave to collapse if we try to go through them or break through them like that. So that is something we have to constantly be on the lookout for. I've got to start my timer. Okay, so we come here to a fork in the cave where we can go either up or down. Let's start by going up. And let's go up and to the left first. So we got these 5 stalagmites here. That'll be our kind of reference point. And we can see this wall here, and if they let us, we can show you. Yeah. So this is what happens if you try to break through any of the incorrect walls. We make a fatal error, which is not all that fatal. So we'll turn back around. Again, we're at these 5 stalagmites. This time we'll go to the right, and I believe we can go back here. So we'll turn, and there's this open cavern here. So we can either turn right or left. Let's go right first this time, because why not? And here we can step forward. And there's another ice wall here that we'll leave alone for the time being. Let's head back. Now we can head to this direction. Let's see, turning back here, I think just goes where we just were. Yeah, okay. Just making sure I have my bearings down correctly. So we can go straight now. And this allows us to go down. And if you look down in this hole, we find over here some more of these pictures, which we'll take. So that's, I think, our 3rd set. Back up. Let's go this way. Hopefully I'm not getting too lost, although there's a pretty high likelihood of that happening. All right, here's the 5 stalagmites again. So let's turn here and go through this again. So left went nowhere. Good. Right. Turn here, and then we have 2 different directions. Let's go left this time, which I think is where we ultimately ended up before. Down here. Good. That's where we found these. All right, so that should be everything. That's that wall from before. All right, 5 stalagmites down here. Let's go down this time. And from down here, we can turn around, or we can go down along this path here. So let's go this path here. See some yellow rocks, but doesn't look like there's anything to do here just now. So we'll come back and go this way. And again, we come to a wall, which, if we try to open, bad things happen. Made a fatal error. Oh well. Okay. So let's head back out. Oops, I didn't want to go up both times. All right. So currently, all we have found in these caves is that glove out front and some more of these pictures. Oh, we got a phone call. What's going on?
Nancy, hi.
Oh, let's be nice.
It's good to hear your voice.
I have to apologize for earlier. It's good to hear your voice too. Sorry I panicked.
Panicked? Over what?
You panicked? Over what?
Look, Nancy, the thing I got you for our anniversary, it's not a thing. It's kind of a Sort of an intangible concept, really. When a guy like me begins ruminating, let me tell you, it can get pretty crazy up in the old noggin. Looking back on all the times we spent together, all those times you almost got seriously hurt, like that one time you almost burned to death, or that time when you almost got killed by that giant falling blade, or on that raft in New Zealand,
or in the
that
ice
one thing
caves.
with that mansion on fire. Jeez, what happened then? I forget. Or, well,
I get the idea.
yeah, you get the idea.
I get lucky a lot, and I kind of fall into things.
But it's so much more than that. You have that help people gene. There's this fire within you. I firmly believe that you're going to save the world someday. At times, I worry like crazy. Even if I'm out with my friends or at a game or in the middle of a class, I've got one hand on my phone, terrified I might get that call one day. A call that this time you didn't get lucky. And that used to terrify me. But now, I'm not afraid. What
Good
I'm
for you,
trying to
Ned.
say is, I can't imagine life or the world without you. And even though I might get that call someday, I'm not going to let fear hold me back. I love you, Nancy. I
Aww.
love you so much.
Wow.
Let's be nice to fucking Ned here.
I love you too, Ned. I might not always be the greatest at showing it, but my cases are full of people I can't trust. People I need to expect the worst from. But with you, I always know you're there for me, no matter what. And I really think...
Did you say it yet? Dude, go away. We're having couple time.
Oh,
Anyway,
Bert.
I wanted to say this in person. I still do. So, come home quickly, okay?
You got it. I think I'm close to the end of the case now.
Bye, Nancy. I love you.
Love you too. Bye now.
Wow, that was super interesting. I'm glad that took like 5 minutes. Okay, let's do this quickly. I'm gonna go to the Misty Skip and see...
Get out of my pub!
Elizabeth!
Enough already! Just leave me be! I never asked for you to intervene! Just stay where I can't see you.
Oh no. Poor Gunnar. What's going on here? Something we'll have to investigate more. Do we see Elizabeth in here, or is she still on the deck of the ship? Yeah, she's still on the ship. We're going to ignore those things for now. What I'm going to do is just pause quickly and make a little more cash for something I want to get. So one moment. Okay, so that's taken care of. Let's head back out of the skip. And we're going to head quickly down to the gift shop just to do a little something. Dagny's still missing. We're going to buy my favorite item, which is this sword. Nice.
Excellent taste.
Okay, you can buy pretty much anything, but the sword's just so much cooler than everything else, obviously.
Hi.
Let's see, what can we find, or what can we ask him?
Is it true that the town's in financial trouble?
In the spirit of full disclosure, yes. We've always had a bit of trouble attracting tourism out here. No spas, no ski resorts. We're a little, barren. Elizabeth, bless her heart, did everything she could to turn a profit off the festival. But it's just not in her nature.
So, that's why you restored the Herlick hide?
This year, our tickets sold 10 times as well. I gave away the ship rights, yes, but I put us back in the black. Of course, did the anti-Soren mob lower their pitchforks even a centimeter? No, of course not.
Why was your glove there?
Why was your glove found up near the volcanic caves?
My glove?
I'm certain it was yours.
Because we were snooping in your
glove.
desk.
I lost it. Haha! When I was trying to carry a bit of wood down from the hills, I was rather focused. I can get a bit addle-brained. I found the most interesting carving, you see, in part of an old tree near the caves. It may even be from the 14th century, or even earlier.
Where's the carving you brought back?
Oh, it needs to be treated before it can be exposed to the air again. If you'd like, I can show you later on.
I'll let you go.
Bye now.
That sounds suspicious. All right, so let's... Oh, that's right. We just have to look at this.
Hey, Soren, can I use some of this gift wrap?
Yes.
Great. Now to pick a gift.
Easy choice. Good, we got our complimentary gift wrapped package. Wonderful. That was very special for everyone. Now, there is one more thing that we want to do. Actually, first, we need to talk to Lisbeth about what just happened with Gunnar.
Can I help?
What did Gunnar do this time?
He runs his mouth and I can no longer bear it. He should have been out of my place years ago, but I let him stay. I care for those who don't care for me. I am a fool.
I think Gunnar does care a lot. He just has a unconventional way of showing it.
Do you know what he said? He said Magnus would never return. Because he doesn't want to see me. Because I'm too settled.
I don't think that's true at all. I might not know Magnus, but I know you.
Untrue words still hurt.
Fair.
What if Magnus is hiding from me? What if he doesn't want to be found? Please, leave me alone. I need time to think.
Let's see if it's finally time for us to be able to open this door.
Hey, what are you doing?
Guess not. All right. Well, let's try to find Gunnar. See what he has to say about the situation. There we go.
Hello?
What happened with Elizabeth?
She locked me out of the pub, this time for good.
It seems like she was pretty upset by whatever you said to her.
That's not your business. Everyone tries to turn against me in the end. Gunnar always had Gunnar's back.
Let's... Maybe you should... forget it. Let's try to fix things right away.
Maybe you should try to make up?
No need for that woman. No need for anyone anymore. That blasted woman won't let me get into the skip again. There's a box of mine. A personal box.
Looks like you do need
I
someone.
did not get a chance to grab it before Elizabeth threw me out. It is special. If you help, I'll give you the only clue I have to this sorry business.
Well, both of these sound pretty accusatory. So at least I won't actively threaten him.
I'll help you, but it does seem suspicious.
I'm being honest as the day is short. Nancy, please.
Talk to you later.
Maybe the first time he calls us Nancy. All right, so let's go retrieve this box of his, which is back here. But also, we're going to take a look at a couple other items. First, these papers. Elizabeth, I miss you so much. I feel like it's been forever since college. I wish you were here with me in Paris. The food's amazing. The skyline is to die for. How's old moody Magnus? Has he gotten that ship obsession thing under control? How is he handling the death? Sorry to hear... Oh, that's, I think, back from the death of his father. Sorry to hear about the demotion and all that financial trouble with Soren. Guy sounds like a real weirdo. I'm sure it's got nothing to do with you. And besides, you always said you wanted to handle the people side of the festival more than the Kronar, right? Maybe this is your chance. This is the friend who I think lives in Paris. Asa, I miss you too. Magnus as well. I don't know why this note is here. Maybe she just forgot to send it. In his own way. We don't speak about his father. I'm waiting for him to bring it up. Everyone in Skiprot was at the funeral. When he wants to talk, the town will welcome him with open arms, as we always do for our own. I think working on the ship is his way of grieving. Every time you send pictures, I begin composing a letter to sell this pub, pack my things, and follow your footsteps. The world is vast, and I want to see it all. Sometimes I hear Magnus' stories about work, and I think, oh, the two of us could just sail away and see it all together. But I can't bring myself to do it. Something still holds me here. I wouldn't describe Soren as a weirdo. He means well if his actions are a bit strange. What happened was my fault and no one else's, and I'd appreciate if you didn't mention it to anyone else. So it looks like Elizabeth really isn't quite as settled as Magnus, or rather, well, maybe Magnus, but certainly Gunnar seemed to think. Okay. Let's also grab this item. Early on, we saw a note from Magnus saying that
There's a hole in the center.
Yeah, he had noticed this odd-looking coaster that Gunnar always used, and I believe it's something that we're going to want to make use of. So let's grab that, and then finally, let's grab this box. Inside, we have some interesting information.
Oh, It's unlocked already.
First,
She looks like me.
I honestly have no idea what Nancy looks like in this game, so I'll just accept that as being true. I don't know what that means.
Birthday card for Gunnar?
Happy 50th birthday, Poppy. Hope you like your gift. Mama helped me pick it out. I know we've been fighting a lot this year. I'm sorry about that. There are some things we both do well. Being quiet isn't one of them. So for your birthday, I wanted to make a list of my favorite things about you. When you come home and give Mama and me a big hug after being out on the water all day. When you tell stories about the sea and get so excited, even if some of the details are only kind of true. The time you came to my math competition and cheered like a sports game and got kicked out by Mrs. Thorstiter. I don't know. She still hates me for that. Let's make this year a year for new beginnings. If you haven't lost hope, then I haven't either. I love you with all my heart. Ada. Not sure who Ada is, but let's see. Police close drowning case of 2 women near Skiprot. Reykjavik police closed investigation of the tragic drowning, deaths of 2 women near Skiprot. Authorities reported earlier today. Aisja Snorresdyr and her daughter Edda Gunnarsdottir are reported to have fallen into the icy waters of Skiprot during a family outing aboard a small dinghy. They are survived by their respective husband and father, Gunnar Tónesson, who was piloting the dinghy at the time. So we finally learned some more information about this accident of Gunnar's and why he so often avoids the water. Tónesson told authorities that the trip, intended to be a birthday outing just around the bay, turned deadly when the sudden storm struck the southwest coast. Though Tónesson promptly contacted the Icelandic Coast Guard with a small handheld radio, the boat immediately capsized afterwards, leaving the trio with only minutes to survive in frigid condition. Snorresdottir is reported to have attempted treading water, and her husband quickly lost visual contact on her. Though Gunnarsdottir made it onto the capsized hull, she too was pronounced deceased upon the Coast Guard's arrival. It's sometimes a toss-up in these spring weather conditions. Harbor Master's office representative, this person reports, you think you're safe, but things can change fast. If there's one takeaway I can make here, it's that nothing is predictable or stable in these currents. What happened today was enormously tragic. I hope it can serve as a reminder and a warning to others. Well, I think this is something we should return to Gunnar.
I think this belongs to you.
Oh, thank you, Fisker. The box. Did you open it?
Let's be honest.
Yes.
I see. I am ashamed of the way I acted towards Elizabeth. I have been angry and blind for too long. My daughter wouldn't stand for me like this. No more of that childishness now. Every day I wake up and for one moment I think they're still alive. I reach over to my wife's side of the bed to hold her. Then it all comes back and I remember. They're gone. They're both gone. And I am alone.
I'm so sorry, Gunnar.
It was a long time ago. I can see now there are still things left to live for. Strong ships, good festivals, new neighbors. I will apologize to Elizabeth. Come see me at the Misty Skip after the tides change. I'll give you everything I have.
Well, that was sad, but also nice. Let's change the tides and go stop in on Gunnar, see what he has to say.
Welcome back.
This is for you. Couldn't wrap my old head around it, but maybe you can make a head out of a tail.
Where he found these, I don't know, but I'll take them.
Make good use of it, Fisker. And don't go wasting it or dropping it with your tiny little lady hands.
Your tiny little lady hands. Okay. Alright, let's take one last poke up to the boat to see if we can finally access this door, because I never remember when we're allowed to get in or not.
I have nothing for you.
Let me in.
Hey, what are you doing?
Fine. Alright. Let's head out to Magnus's cabin, see if we have all of the pictures or pieces of the picture that we need here. Hopefully we do. Alright, let's work up here. Arrange the overlapping pieces to, yes, okay. All right, so let's do as much of this as we can. Of course, the irony is we need almost none of them. You can obviously already tell what the picture is, but that's okay. We will play their games. Perfect. This one might be a little difficult to place without some more pieces, but let's see. Oh, there we go. This seems to be right here. A little lower, maybe. There we go. Okay, and we can get most of the center here. Good. All right, so it certainly looks like we'll have all the pieces. We just got to get them all laid out now. Almost there. No, this one. Good, and then you go down here.
I've seen this design before. It's from the lighthouse. There must be something there.
All right, let's go to the lighthouse. Whee! What's this?
It's Elizabeth. And what's under that tarp? Oh, this is bad.
Now we can finally open that door. But we will wait. First, to the lighthouse. All right, I think we're at high tide, which is where we want to be. So let's hop down, zoom out, and go up to the top of the lighthouse, where we will have quite the surprise waiting for us. So if we look... Ooh, what's this?
Hello? Dagny?
Hey, Drew.
So much for being missing. I've been looking for you.
Fun fact, it's really easy to fake a footprint these days. What do you say we talk this over down in the port? Next to the heater? You look like you could use a coffee break. Take a load off. It's freezing up here, and I have a feeling this is going to be a long one.
I want to believe the best here, but...
You should stop doing that. People like me don't deserve that. Anyways, you, me, town.
And unfortunately, we have to go there directly.
You'd gone missing, huh?
Yeah, don't look at me with those kicked puppy eyes. I needed some time to crack the case without anyone catching on to me.
Let's see. You must have had a compelling on the treasure, otherwise knowing you'd never left the heater. Sure, let's go with that. Although she deserves to be have us be a little more hard-laced, frankly.
You must have a compelling lead on the treasure. Otherwise, knowing you, you'd never have left the heater.
Detectives. Okay, fine. The ship itself is a map to the treasure.
I suspected that.
The problem is the original ship was torn apart. Many of the pieces of the original have been built into the town. I've been putting them together, but something's still missing. I need some sort of key, something to help me decode the map.
So, let me guess. You know where to find that key.
Not even. But you know what? I think you do.
Maybe I do.
Playing it cool, huh? Just a casual reminder that I get a finder's fee for nabbing this treasure, Drew. I might be willing to part with a piece of it for the right gal. I like you. I think we could be business partners if this thing rolls out right.
Let's see. Starting to think Magnus didn't swear. All evidence points to you. I don't want to believe you do something with Magnus, but you're not giving me a lot of options here. I wouldn't say that all evidence points to her, so let's go with this for now. Although she did disappear, or fake her disappearance, just before we were trapped in that hole that almost killed us, / actually did kill us.
I don't want to believe you do something to Magnus, but you're not giving me a lot of options here.
Of course, she's also the one who hired us.
Take this as collateral. It clearly fits somewhere, just not sure where. I might be greedy, but I'm not a greedy kidnapper. I want Magnus back safe. Or at least safe-ish.
Alright, we have this lion's head mane.
Maybe that'll help you. If you decide to stop hating money, I'll be waiting. Toodles.
I don't think she has anything else to say right now.
Just the girl I wanted to see.
Oh, I was wrong. Oh, sure. That's right. We do have a few questions to ask her since she's been gone for so long.
I found a strange chest in Magnus's cabin. Can you tell me anything about it?
What, the weird sock thing?
Sock thing?
Yeah, I saw him open it once. It's his personal foot locker. Something about it is tied to the socks in his room. He was always mega paranoid, though. Never let me get a good look.
Alright. I think the tie to the socks is just the fact that the key to open it was that box above, but I'm not actually certain of that.
I found some pretty hostile messages between you and Magnus.
Sometimes a girl's gotta get angry to get what she wants. Scare people a little.
It sounded more like you were threatening him.
Okay, then show me exactly where any of those threats came true. You can't, because they were empty. Just scare tactics, Nancy.
Alright.
I've been thinking about the treasure.
Oh, yeah?
Elizabeth tells me she doesn't want anyone to have ownership of it.
Hippies.
Dirty
Sometimes
hippies.
I just want to give Elizabeth a nice, big, silver family hug and keep squeezing and squeezing.
I see your point, though. This was a terrible tragedy. Is it really okay for us to profit off that?
The dead are dead, Nancy. We either bury them with all their stuff and lose it forever, or we steal the stuff and do something that actually has an impact on the world. Or at least my checking account. Who do you think the treasure belongs to, Nancy?
Let's see. So our options are Magnus. He's been searching his whole life. You, for investing everything. Elizabeth. Me. Soren. And Gunnar. And I think the funniest answer is Gunnar. So I'm going to pick that.
I think it belongs to Gunnar.
Give it to the creepy hobo as an appeasement strategy? I guess you would do that.
Talk to you later.
Stay warm.
Okay. So let's head up here because there is absolutely
I think
something.
It's time to find out what Elizabeth's hiding in that deck closet.
Hooray! All right. Let's bust this door down. Actually, you know what? We're going to end things here. When we start open next time, we're going to see what is behind the big red Christmas light door. But till then, see ya.